Good morning. Good morning. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, CDP? How you doing? Good morning, everyone. What's up? What's up, Happy Bill? So you all, there's a lot going on in the beef sector, and there are a lot of bullying tactics happening, and a lot of stuff is going on. And I stand by what I said. It's not going to end well. Um, hey, what's what? Trying to figure it out. It's not going to end well. But a lot of stuff, you all, is projection. Divine Starlight, Divine Starlight. I'm going to say this, Divine Starlight. I knew about it. I knew about it when folk were coming at me. I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word because people think folk hate people, and people don't hate people because at the end of the day, people got bigger fish to fry. People got bigger fish to fry. And I knew about it already. I knew about it already, but again, I didn't want to kick a drowning man. I didn't want to pour water on a drowning man. So I didn't say anything. And I got proof that I knew and didn't say nothing. And I'm going to leave it at that. A lot of stuff is projection. Look, all I'm going to say is I don't claim to be the 1%. I am a brother who is comfortable, who goes to work. I was fortunate enough to have very good jobs, careers that afforded me what I have today. Thank God. I'm practical. I'm not out here trying to spin to impress folk. I am practical. I'm not trying to project on anyone. This is a show. But a lot of this stuff you all see is projection. Somebody feeling some kind of way within themselves. So what you see is projection. You're seeing childhood trauma. You're seeing a whole lot of stuff. And a lot of people are mental cases. And instead of using their intelligence for the good, they don't. It's the opposite. And that's all I'm going to say. But Divine, I knew, and my mouth is still shut. And I'm not saying too much about it anyhow. So Divine, how did you find out? So Divine Starlight, how did you find out? I'm talking to Divine Starlight. How did you find out? Did somebody send you an email? Okay. Because once again, I'm not going through court documents and records and looking for stuff. But how did you find out to find Starlight? I'm asking a question. Pivot to Jehovah. All I'm going to say is it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Baby, I done left that in the hands of Jesus, and me and God done had to talk about it, and I'm done. It's not going to end well. And I just wish that cooler heads would prevail and people get back to entertainment and stop doing all of this online cyberbullying. That's all I'm going to say. It's not going to end well. And I'm going to leave it like that. You said you heard it from LSA? Well, somebody done emailed LSA. I guess I don't read or watch LSA. So I'm really not privy to that. But I had known, what's today? Today is what? Thursday? I knew about this probably on Tuesday, and I didn't say one word. People cussing folk out, people coming on people's panels, cussing people out, and I ain't say one word. I know y'all think I'm inherently evil, but I didn't want to embarrass him. But now, um, it's out, and I wish the best, y'all. I don't wish people to be homeless. I don't wish people to be in struggles. All I do is come on here to entertain. But in real life, nobody don't want that. But again, a lot of this is projection. A lot of this is projection. A lot of it is projection. And I'm going to say this, Divine Light is correct. The information is correct. But I didn't want to put it out there because that's that man's personal struggle. And he didn't bring it to YouTube. He didn't bring it to YouTube. Unfortunately, somebody found it and they brought it to YouTube. And my heart goes out. I personally, I don't know how you get behind on rent when you have subsidies. I don't know. I don't know how you, but like I said, I don't know. I'm not judging. I don't know. I just don't know. Um, but I understand why people have to work because people got to pay that money back. But this is the thing. Obviously, something was worked out because this stuff was in 2025. So, and notice that this started in March of 2025. We're in March 2026. So I guess that they worked something out because they're not homeless. They're not homeless. So I guess it worked out. But I knew, but I didn't say anything. And like I said to you all, it was not my place. It wasn't my place. It wasn't my place to tell a story. And see, that's the thing about the beef sector. If you don't tell it, somebody else will. But again, when he was talking all that smack, I knew right then. But it's projection. A lot of this stuff is projection. A lot of this stuff is hurt, and yeah, and these people take this very seriously. So my heart goes out to him. I hope everything works out. I hope he works enough to get this thing taken care of. I really don't think it's funny. I think it's tragic. And this is what I keep on saying, that, at the end of the day, yeah. Hey, what outspoken one? And you all, people do email. People do email. I don't know why people like, did you get an email? I'm being honest. I am not going through all of this to find all of this. And I'm just not. And if people stop emailing, then baby, I'll just go ahead and have to do something different, because I'm not going to comb through 15 hours of mess. Our average YouTube shows usually range from an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. Baby, nobody ain't doing 15 minutes and stuff. And I mean, if I do 4 hours, it's because somebody done clicked on the panel. I was supposed to say I was hollering when he asked you, wait a minute, who, what, you was hollering when? What did I ask, outspoken? Wait, what you talking about, outspoken? Is it me or you talking about somebody else? Oh, child, that's projection. Yeah, did I get the email? First of all, I didn't even know, and see you all, this is what I've been telling you all. I didn't even know Brian had said anything about it. I didn't even know Brian was talking about me, to be honest, because I haven't watched Brian. Now, I've seen some of his shorts when he's sweating and all of that stuff. I've seen those little shorts, right? But I didn't know he had said something derogatory about the people who had passed away. And y'all, this is a cousin and a high school friend. So, but I didn't know. And then all of a sudden, people start saying he did say that. Hershey said he said it. And then people saying, well, he deleted the lie. So he's busy saying, no, y'all lying. No, y'all lying. So then people start piling up and say, no, she's not lying. You deleted it. And then all of a sudden he started gaslighting. But I'm not upset for what he said. I told him to put the thing back up. Don't be ashamed. If you said it, stand by it. I was more concerned about the lying, because Brian lies a lot. And I mean, I am very careful how I call people that, but we've seen it too much. And baby, it's a lot of lying going on. It's a lot of lying going on. That's all I can say. People be lying. I'm like, baby, you don't have to lie. If you said it, just say, yeah, I said it, and move on. But all of this lying, so lying spirit that get me. Why you gotta lie? And like I said, I ain't gonna do nothing. But just be a man and say, yeah, I said it. Ain't hurting me. I mean, like I said, you didn't know my cousin, and again, because you're hurting, and I guess because people talk about your mama, which I've never talked about, you felt like you need to get back. And I told y'all Brian is vindictive, and he can say one thing and then change his mind in the next minute. But that's how these people do. I'm gonna read y'all comments, y'all. I gotta actually stop at the gas station. Oof, the gas be high, girl. Gas be high. But anyway, we gotta get it, don't we? My. But I'm gonna read y'all comments. Let me read these comments. But yeah, Brian is doing this. And the sad part about it, you all, is I haven't really spoke on Brian. I haven't really seen him. So I really haven't said anything about Brian. I know that he's working out and going to the gym and stuff. Bravo. He said he was 500 pounds. That's his words, not mine. And now he's working it out. Oh, smack y'all. Hold on for a minute. So that's what I've been hearing. But I didn't know he was saying disparaging things about people. But hey, that's him. And then to come find out, y'all, that he went back to the hospital because of blood clots. I didn't even know that. Hold on, let me see what y'all saying. When Brian asked, "Did you get an email?" Yeah, nobody would tell you about that mess. No, Pastor, you should have been at Spurs game last night. It went down with one of the going at referee. Girl, really? Oh my God, I didn't know that. I'm glad nobody emailed you about that because regardless, it's evil. Well, I didn't even know it. It was not a lie. I heard it. Okay. Then he went live this morning and confirmed it. Okay. It only takes one time for me. Brian is unbearable. It's the gas high because the Iran stuff. Yeah, morning. Brian lies a lot, but let him tell it. He's a model Jehovah Witness. Well, my thing is this. I really don't care what you said. I mean, that's your feelings. Those people don't know you, and you don't know those people. But Brian has done it to Lady Nika. He's done it to a lot of people, and I mean, hurt people, and Brian is hurt. I mean, there's a lot going on. And then he tries to mention that I said something about his daddy. No, I didn't. The only thing I said about you and your dad is hopefully y'all get a relationship. It's sad that you won't even reach out to your dad. I mean, you were the one who brought your dad into the scene saying that he had another child and it was on Facebook and you was embarrassed by it. I mean, that's what you said. I never said I don't know your dad. But what I said was I wish I would have a relationship or at least kind of find out. Then he got mad because I'm like, well, obviously your mama saw something in your daddy because you here. And that pissed him off. But I ain't say nothing bad about his mama. I'm just saying, your daddy has some type of charm or some type of value. You hear he your daddy. You just don't lay down with nobody for nothing. Obviously, they got baby. When you laying down with somebody, obviously they got something that you want. I'm just saying. These girls are not well, honey. These girls are not well. I mean, they aren't. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me go get this gas. But a lot of this stuff is projection. And again, he coming online. But my thing is, I never said anything negative about him. Even when he came over trying to gaslight. I'm like, did you say it or not? Talking about something, did you get an email? I mean, no, I didn't. But the bottom line is, then you admit it, you said it. But see, Brian, you said you didn't say it. And we'll talk about that when I get back. Let me get this gas. All right, no sound issue, you all. I went to go get gas. I had to get gas, baby. I had to go get some gas. All right, I am back. Give me a minute. I'm gonna be back on. I'm coming back on. Give me a minute, y'all. Baby, when I tell you these gas prices ain't playing, these gas prices ain't playing. This administration better get it together real quick. Because, baby, the girls are hurting out here. Honey, the gas dolls are hurting out here with these gas prices at all-time highs. We don't know if we in a war or what. And again, when you declare war, you need Congress, and y'all didn't go through Congress. Y'all, let me tell you something. This administration has broke so many laws, and these people really need to go to jail. If it was Obama, baby, they would have been to jail. Let me tell you, if this was Obama, and I'm being real, if this was Obama, they wouldn't have even had a trial. They would have called two men in a truck, backed it up to the White House, and got them out. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. But this is Trump, and Trump keep on pushing the envelope. And the sad part about it is these Republicans are allowing this man to do this. And I don't care if it's a Republican or a Democrat. You know, something needs to be done. And this is the thing. If you could try to impeach Bill Clinton for getting some head, then this man really, he needs to go. I mean, Bill Clinton was having consensual relations. Okay, this girl did that on her own accord, baby. Nobody ain't forced nothing. You know what I'm saying? But this man here, baby, he's a whole nother breed. So anyway, it's crazy. These gas prices are absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, y'all, getting back to what I was saying, but with the Bron situation, y'all, that I don't know what that is. And I think he's thinking that he was hurting me because he was talking about this situation. And I didn't even know he had said anything until some of the people were mentioning it. But it's like, and I guess because he deleted it, that he was like, y'all lying, but y'all saw it. I'm trying to figure out. I was about to ask you that, Hershey. I was like, what's wrong with Jesse Jr.? He's being shaded to Obama and Biden. I mean, I don't get that. What's going on? Anybody know why Jesse? Because you know, I ain't trying to, because again, they do say that man has some mental health issues too. You know what I'm saying? They say he have a little mental health issue as well. He ain't all there, you know, either. But why you coming for why you coming for Obama now? Okay, he said hold on for a minute. Let me see what y'all saying here. Okay. All right. Well, his daddy was political. You know, your daddy was political. How you gonna tell somebody not to mention political stuff, but his daddy was political? His daddy ran for president twice. Your daddy ran for president twice. Your daddy fought for political stuff, civil rights. You know, I mean, people just be, anyway. He should have been more upset at Kim Burrell sitting there reading them lyrics off of Take Me to the King. Okay? Girl, truth is I'm tired. Tamala man, she don't be listening to your stuff, Tamala. She should have been mad at Kim Burrell. Sit up there reading Take Me to the King. I'm waiting for Carlton, not Carlton Banks, to do her. Baby, she was running and screeching. I'm like, y'all could have got Tamala man. If y'all want to Take Me to the King, get the person who sung the dang old song. Because Kim was just running all over the place. You should have been mad at that. And can I say this? Obama purposely ignored Jesse and Al Sharpton because, again, he wanted to win. And y'all know people get a little sheepish when you start talking to Al and Jesse. And they got mad because these people got egos. And Obama knew what he had to do to win. Obama is very strategic. Okay? Do not ever get it twisted. Obama is very strategic. And let me say this. Obama said, I want to win. And at the end of the day, some people's feelings got hurt. But some people think that you got to go kiss their ring to run for president. And Obama did it his way. And you can say whatever you want about Obama. Obama is not a dumb guy. Period. Because Obama knew he had to be a president for all people. Not just black people, but all people. Let me tell you something. I learned this lesson young. In high school, we had all of these black girls running for homecoming queen. And somebody had to drop out. And we had to be strategic about it if we wanted to win. If we wanted to win. Now, we was like, who could win this pageant? I'm talking about a homecoming queen. I had to learn these hard lessons of politics during this time. And God rest her soul, but Glennis Aaron was like our first black homecoming queen. We chose Glennis because the white folk liked her, the black people liked her, and the Spanish people liked her. And we had to tell the other girls, look, we don't want to dash your hope, but either we can have all y'all run and we don't have a black homecoming queen, or y'all can just go ahead and see the greater good, because again, this person is going to be the right candidate to win. Because all y'all doing is splitting the votes. And sure enough, baby, it was a hard decision. Some people didn't speak to me. But we won that homecoming. And Glennis Aaron, God rest her soul, was an awesome homecoming queen. And a lot of people didn't like Glennis because she had white friends. But I'm like, well, she won the homecoming. Glennis knew she was black. She knew she was black. But that's what it took to win. She was a cheerleader. And people had issues with that, but she won. And see, that's the deal right there. Oh, come on, somebody. She won. And sometimes there's some sacrifices that have to be made. And yes, I understood everybody's opinion. I wanted to run. I should have a right to be in homecoming. And guess what? We didn't tell nobody not to run. Everybody, the implications of everybody running and what's going to happen. And none of y'all ain't gonna be homecoming queen. And we're gonna have another situation where a person who is not of color or a black person or ain't gonna win. And when people got the big picture, even though they was pissed off and they didn't like Glennis, some people didn't like her, they saw the big picture later on. And Glennis did not disappoint. She was an excellent homecoming queen. Excellent. And everybody liked her. That was, let me tell you something, that was so tough. Ooh, that was tough. But I mean, that's what you got to do in politics sometimes. I'm just sorry. Obama ignored Jesse and Al Sharpton like the plague. And then when he won, then he started hugging them and stuff. But they could be mad, but Obama knew exactly what he was doing. So I don't know why Jet's son be mad. Like I said, he should have been more upset with Kim Burrell reading them lyrics, "Take Me to the King," off the telephone. Yes, she did cover all ground. And do you not know, and again, I see it in the beef sector, do you not know people was hating on her because she had white friends? They were hating on her because she lived in Levitt Park, which was, at that time, the exclusive area to live in town. People were hating her for stuff she ain't had nothing to do with. And Glennis was sweet to everyone. Everyone. She was a nice girl. But baby, people was hating on her. And I'm like, yeah, so it is what it is. But shout out to Hershey. Hershey said she wasn't gonna let it go. Let me tell you something. Hershey is like a bulldog. Baby, when Hershey is on something, she ain't gonna let it go. And Hershey didn't let it go. Hershey said you lied. Hershey said I heard you. Hershey said you is lying. And then the people start coming in and say Hershey telling the truth. Hershey is telling the truth. She may be a little inebriated right now, and she may be a little drunk right now, but she's telling the truth. Y'all remember Florence was drinking and she was over listening to that conversation with the men on the vans, and she told George, because George was about to fire her. Y'all remember that on the Jefferson? Baby, that's how Hershey was. And I'm like, really, Brian? That's what you said? And then he lied about it. See, and this is what get me with Brian. It's not what you said that bothers me. It's because you had to lie about it. It's the lie that get me. I mean, it's the lie. And it goes to show you that these people lie. I'm like, whether you said it or not, no big whoop. I mean, we done heard you say a lot of nasty stuff. We done seen you do a whole lot of nasty stuff. So it don't surprise me that you would say something like that, because that's how you do. That's how you are, Brian. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. But what surprised me is that you lied about it. That's what got me. You lied about it. You sat right up there and said, I saw it. I saw you write it, that she's lying. That's not true. Did y'all see that? I saw that. I saw that. I saw it, right? Then you came up and tried to gaslight. You tried to play mind games. And when you said the email thing, I didn't even get it. I'm like, I was just focused that you lied. And then you tried to joke it off. And that's when I knew that they were telling the truth. Because when a person got to do all of that, they're masking their real intent. And that's why I tell y'all, baby, these people are subcontractors. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Come to find out, you deleted the live thinking that no one would remember it. And now I almost want to say the word, but now you're trying to explain it on your channel. And to be honest, Brian, you don't know me nothing. But at least give me the truth. And I'm going to do you one even more. Put the video back up. You're not hurting my feelings. Put the video back up. Don't be ashamed of it. Put it back up. It's that simple. Put it back up. Get your coin. Make your coin. First of all, I wasn't watching you. It took Hershey to tell me because I didn't even know that you had came on and said anything. And then when I did find out, it still didn't mean anything to me. And I'm telling you, that's how sincere and serious that I am. To say, put it back up. Put it back up. Don't be ashamed of it. That's what you said. You're a grown man. Put it back up. Stand in it. Because it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the lying. That's what bothers me. It's the lying. And you felt that you had to lie. And then you get mad when somebody brings Seattle up. But again, that's the pattern. You told people that you were in Seattle when you really weren't. And you knew people gave you money for that trip. Then said if people want their money back, they could go ahead and request it. Then we have 4 people say they requested the money back, but you blocked them. So who are we to believe? Because you done lied so much that we don't know when you're telling the truth. And I don't know why you feel like you got to lie. So it's not what you said that bothered me. It's the lie. And then the first thing you know, you be going to Kingdom Hall talking about Jehovah got me and Jehovah washed my clothes. But he sure ain't washing your mind because you lied. That's what get me. And then to come to find out that after you did all of that, you had to go back to the hospital because even though you're losing the weight, your blood still ain't circulating like it should. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Unbelievable. Hey, Angelica. Now, and I'm not being funny. I'm just being real. And y'all said, and let me say this. Y'all said it was deplorable. Y'all said it was so nasty and so vile. And I'm like, well, why? But again, hurt people hurt people. I have never said one thing about Brian's mom's death, a disparaging manner. Never. He's talking about his daddy, and he got mad because I said, well, why don't you talk to your daddy? Why don't you find out what's going on? Have you ever, do your daddy want to talk to you? Because that could be the case too. Maybe the daddy don't want nothing to do with him. I don't know. But he got mad because of that. And I'm like, well, you brought it up. Let me drink my coffee. Angelica, and he's still mad at you, Angelica. Girl, he's still mad at you. Ooh, he want his lick back real bad with you, Angelica. Ooh, he's mad at you. But this man harbors anger. He really does. And let me say this to Rico. Rico, see, it's the people who you think hate you, who really don't hate you. They be trying to give folk grace. Because Rico, I knew since Tuesday about your situation. I knew since Tuesday. And you done cussed me out. You done told me XYZ. And I could have easily sprayed that, but I'm like, you know what? Because you already going through. And I already knew. And I said, you know what? Brother man got bigger fish to fry. He's going through a whole lot right now. He's working, not because he want to work, He's working because he got to pay that rent. And I just kept my mouth shut. But baby, you got LSA to thank. You got LSA to thank. Because see, they don't give a shit about you. They don't. And to me, Rico, it seems like the people who have been closest to you have done the most damage to you. Think about that, Rico. Seems like the people who you deem close to you they've done you the most damage in your mind. Wiley used you. King Roman sprayed you because of that situation with that storage unit and the dog. You did Mr. Raymond in ODS. And you know, this is why I say you can only help Rico from the outside. You can't help him from the inside. Because if you help him from the inside, then you want him. It has to become sexual. And I'm like, baby, not. But anyway, keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Don't stop. No. Yeah. So, that'll be the big story. People done sent me 5 pages of documents. Address, real names, figures, dates that rent wasn't paid. Nobody don't need to get a dog, honey, because again, it's one thing for you to be homeless, but the dog don't need to be homeless either. And you're working not because you want to work, you're working because you have to work. That LSA done spilled all your tea. Now, I knew about it. I shut my mouth. My projection. Now, let me say what I saw last night. And it ain't even in our sector. It's in the carnal church sector. That Thais report. I don't know what Thais and Conscious TV got going on, but baby Thais went in. I'm like, wow. Pretty much he said, Conscious TV, we know you ain't S. We knew that when you met Larry Reed with that suitcase looking like, now this is his words, not mine, looking like bed bugs was in it. Oh my God. Ooh, Thais was, he was vicious. He was very vicious. Baby, he was rigorous. It was a lot of rigorosity. It was something else. Ooh. And then he said that that every man you try to get, you fight people and try to destroy people over man child. Look, I ain't say nothing. I just kept watching. So I don't know what's going on with Thais and that man, but baby, woo-wee. It was deep. I'm gonna drop this link down. I don't know if Hershey want to come up. I hope she ain't drank nothing this morning because baby Hershey be doing the most when she drinking. And I'm like, Hershey, why you talking so loud? Hershey, why you talking so loud? But I'm gonna drop this link down. I really didn't want to say too much, but I am talking about projection. And my thing is, we all have issues. Everybody got challenges. Hell, I got challenges. But at the end of the day, I don't go projecting my challenges on other folk.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. The people who always talk about my relationship don't have none. Notice that. Notice the people always talking about my relationship, they don't have nobody. I wonder why. You know, I mean, you just got to look at this kind of stuff. So, projection. All right, I'm going to drop this link here. My. There's a lot going on. The 16th will be coming up soon, too. And I hope Tommy is ready. And I hope he don't go to jail. That's my prayer. That is my real prayer there. Y'all disregard that. I hit the wrong button. Disregard that right there. But I hope he don't go to jail. Because, honey, if he go to jail, he going to be braiding somebody's hair. Woo-wee. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this temperature down. Y'all, Binary got his page. Praise the Lord. I'm glad they didn't take his page. So shout out, because again, we don't need to be trying to take people out of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But he got his page, so thank God, and hopefully he don't be playing no music, so they can get him again. So hopefully that works. What else is going on in the beef sector besides the same old, same old? Shout out to Brianna, who's graduating. Let me say this, you all. Whether Brianna went to school online or brick and mortar, stop trying to diminish people's accomplishments because you don't like them. That is just that's the biggest sign of insecurity. I hate to say it. That's the biggest sign of insecurity. Trying to diminish somebody's accomplishments. People don't understand going to school online takes discipline because no one is holding your hand. Going to school online takes discipline because you have to read the directions. You cannot, specifically. When I taught online, if it wasn't in the format that I wanted, I threw it back to you. So to go to school online, you got to know how to comprehend. You don't have nobody holding your hand. There are advantages and disadvantages to both models. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. When you go to school online, you will do a whole bunch of writing. All of your homework assignments, writing. So stop trying to diminish people's accomplishments. And when people look at that degree, it don't say online, it's a degree. And you cannot diminish a degree online because every major university has a online component. Hell, you can get a PhD from Hampton University online. You can go through Harvard Extension online. Arizona State has an online component. And so, again, you can try to downplay it, but yeah, trying to diminish that lady's accomplishment because you don't like her. Again, me and Brianna ain't seen eye to eye on stuff. She said, you ain't my daddy. Okay? But what I'm not going to do is try to diminish her accomplishment because she got some education. Brianna ain't out here popping out children. Brianna ain't on nobody food stamp assistant program. Brianna don't need no WIC and no Section 8 voucher. You trying to make her look bad, but what you doing? How you living? See, that's why I don't get it's projection again, and it's just pure jealousy. Trying to diminish that lady's accomplishments. And let me tell you something, I ain't trying to kiss nobody butt. Anytime somebody will do something to improve their lot in life, I'm always going to give them props, whether I like them or not. Because this is what they're doing in their real life. YouTube is a show. That's how I think of it. Brianna getting her education is real life. And y'all trying to diminish that lady's education. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Anytime somebody is doing something for the positive, we try to diminish it. I go back again to the mayor of Detroit. Y'all try to diminish that man because that man started truck driving. Why he ain't retired? Well, maybe he don't want to die. Maybe he want to do something productive. It ain't like the mayor is 90 years old. So if he wants to do that, that's it. That man is doing what he want to do. But yet try to diminish that as well. I just think it's sad. But this is the mindset. Now, whether Brianna is skinny, whether Brianna is big as a house, that don't have nothing to do with her mind and her capacity to learn. It don't have nothing to do with that. And so nobody ain't kissing nobody's butt. If you go get some education, I'll shout you out too. Amen. We doing so much on the YouTube application, and when somebody do something worthy, we want to diminish the accomplishment. People think it's a, and I don't have a problem with uppity, but uppity, girl, you got a new apartment. Okay, but that ain't a flex. Get a new house. Stop renting. Hell, go to Long Island. Go to the island and see if your Section 8 voucher was scratched over there for a house, so that girl don't have to be living in a cramped up apartment. See what I'm saying? Now, if somebody start talking about your stuff, then you'll get mad. Girl, you was getting pink Temu pots and pans and thinking you was pulling it. And I'm like, no, child, let me stop. Baby, our priorities are so messed up. Child. And I don't have a problem with uppity. I like uppity, but uppity be doing a lot of effed up stuff. Girl, not the cabinet handles already broken. Did she just move in that bitch? Did she just move in there? How shit broken already? I know y'all lying to me. How stuff broken already and you just moved in there? Girl. No, Liberian girl said, ain't no lie, she saw it. But again, projection. Because you really wanted to do what Brianna is doing, and Brianna is actually doing it, and it makes you feel some kind of way. So in order to make yourself feel better about it, you attack her accomplishments like it's nothing. But yet you trying to flex because you just moved into a new apartment. Girl, they say the handle's already broken. And can I tell y'all this? Bree don't care about that. Bree really don't care. Because at the end of the day, whether you think Bree is worthy of it, Bree is going to see the return on investment with her options for raises and to move up in the company. And Bree is getting ready to do a master's degree, which is smart because you've done all of that right. You might as well go ahead and finish it up. So Bree has even higher aspirations to get a master's degree. And I'm not mad at Bree. And let me say this too. Bree has been caught in some embarrassing situations, especially with that situation with that man. But all I'm going to say is, regardless of that, Bree got options. Whether Bree with that man cheering or not, Bree ain't relying on that man. Now, y'all may be able to say that Bree didn't fit in that Mercedes Benz, and I done made fun of that too. But Bree got one. I tell you what, she drove off the lot with it. Half of y'all hoes can't even drive off a JB Byrider, okay? And y'all have to go to them bootleg. Child, don't get me started. Now, whether she could fit in the car or not, she drove off with it. See, let me tell you something. I will shade the hell out of you. But, baby, the truth is, she drove off with it. She drove off with it. Hoes sitting up here walking. Let me drink my coffee. See, I'm gonna give you props when you deserve it. And even if I fight with you, I'm gonna give you your props. If I didn't like Bree, I wouldn't have gone ahead and got on her wish list and gave her what she wanted. Now, I wouldn't give her no cash out, but I would definitely give her a wish list. And I don't know why I felt that way. And I don't think Bree is fraudulent. I don't. So let me put that out there. I don't think Bree is fraudulent. But I think that a wish list is good because you get what you want. And I'm glad that people gave the Bree's wish list. And I said, I'm going to give her the wish list. And I did. I said, I'm going to get a practical gift. I'm going to give her a gift that I can afford, that I think is good. So again, and Bree was gracious. Hallelujah. Bree was gracious. And I respect Bree for that. She said, Jay, you didn't give. I said, well, get a wish list. I didn't know she had a wish list. She dropped the wish list down. I clicked on the wish list and looked through the list. And again, it's a wish list. And gave her what her wish was from the wish list. One of the things. I told her I was going to do it, and I did it. I wasn't going to lie about it. And so, again, if I hated Bree, I wouldn't be spending money on her. Let me tell y'all something. I don't hate people like that. I really don't hate people like that. I don't know why people think I really hate them. I really don't. It's really a show to me. I don't know you personally, and I don't take this shit personal. Now, some people do take it personal, and they do some crazy stuff, but I don't. And for the mere fact that that girl got her education, I'm like, bravo to you. And that's on the real. Girl, that chicken joint, baby, you know I went in and let have. But again, now, even though I went in and let have, but food noises is food noise. It is what it is. So it is what it is, y'all. I don't even when I roast and gag and shade people, it is not ill intent. It's just comical. It's just like the dozens. When you be talking about your mama, so I don't hate your mama. I really don't know your mama, but it's that kind of a mindset with me. So I'm gonna leave it right like that. But it's a lot of hate. It's a lot of projection, and and that's the word, projection. You just got that old regular old house, but I have one, and I'm satisfied with it. And obviously, it retained its value and its equity in the home. My. And I'm not trying to compare my home with anybody else's home because that's mine. And I like what I did. You don't have to live there. But let me say this. If somebody gets a new home, I'm not jealous. I'm going to congratulate. When Rebel moved into his house, I thought that was awesome. And I thought that was really good. Why am I going to be jealous or hateful because somebody done moved in a new home? That's crazy. No, my reason, let me tell you what. What makes my read, I guess, stinging to people, because it's wrapped in humor, and people don't like folk laughing at them. And that really causes people some issues when folk are laughing at them. And people have more issues with folk laughing at them than anything. But like I said, this Brian situation, I didn't hear it. And trust me, y'all, I wouldn't go to listen to it. I mean, but to the mere fact that you took the video down and then lied about what you said, that tells me a lot about your character. Just own up and say I said it. Now what? And I would have been like, well, okay, I guess you said it, and we would have moved right along. Child. Why be offensive? Why be offensive? For what? Just say what you say and move on. You know, it is what it is. So you all, so it's a lot going on in the beef sector, but not a lot going on. And the stuff that's going on, I just don't necessarily think it's entertainment. I just don't necessarily think it's entertainment. I just think it's a whole pissing match. And it is what it is. And I'm telling you, it's not gonna end well. And I'm gonna say this. When you have fought and battled, even if you win the battle, you are so wounded that you can't even enjoy it. Because you may, at least can I say this? Even wild animals know when to back away. Can I say that again? Thank you, National Geographic. Even wild animals know how to back away. They size each other up. If one feels that the other one is bigger, they move on. Or after a lot of headbutting and stuff, they move on because nobody don't want to die. And even animals have a sense enough to know, okay, I lost this. Let me go ahead and move on. But we don't know how to do that. So Pastor, people were saying they haven't seen Miss Paulette in a while. You think? Can I say this? Okay, so some people really want to take a break from YouTube, and I don't think anything is wrong with that. And so Miss Paulette may be just chilling. She just may not want to be involved in the stuff. Tommy don't have nothing for me. Tommy don't have nothing for me. He don't have nothing for me. Again, people's priorities are in the wrong place. Tommy is getting ready to stand before a judge who's going to determine his fate. Is he going to be a felon to go to jail? Is he going to have an ankle monitor on? And that's what he needs to be focused on right now. And again, I don't even argue with Tommy. Tommy, again, projection. Projection. I want to have what you have, but you don't want to work for it. You want that life, but you don't want to work for it. And my thing is, I have what I have because I worked for it. It just didn't come in my lap. I had to work. The key word, work. Tommy done talked about relationships and I'm like, but how that's helping you? How that's helping you? It's crazy. And again, the people who are in the biggest trouble always trying to do something to somebody else. All of that alcoholism. Every time I see him, he got a beer in his hand, a beer in his hand, a beer in his hand, a beer in his hand. Tommy, I'm sorry, when you fell out that chair, I knew that there was a problem. I knew there was a problem. You sitting there reading the text, and then all of a sudden go to sleep and fall out the chair. Okay. Well, there you go. Paulette is here. Again, y'all, there ain't nothing wrong with this. Some of these people just want to take a break. Let me say this. At the end of the day, if you want it, work for it. And y'all notice Castro is very quiet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if somebody tapped Castro and said, hey, you need to be quiet, or you need to stay off of YouTube, Castro. But baby, Castro is very quiet. He ain't even singing. You heard me. Baby, he ain't even singing no more. See, I'm observant. Castro ain't been doing a whole lot of lives. I think somebody need to take note. I think somebody needs to take note of that. Yeah, you heard me. It's all over. And I said to you, oh, baby, he ain't even doing that. And baby, when he ain't singing, something wrong. Something is wrong. So, Tommy, you might need to take a cue from your boy, because I don't know what's getting ready to go down. But baby, somebody done tipped Castro off to stay your ass off these YouTube streets. Baby, Castro be singing, baby. He be singing, honey. Ooh, he be singing. But like I said, y'all, I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. And like I said, Tommy is so funny because again, I ain't gonna lie to you, Stop Down. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like you better than Jay Wilson. Oh, my feelings are so hurt. Daddy, they say you didn't love me, Daddy. I'm like, is this hoe really crying to his dad? Anyway, let me move on. But he don't listen. He don't listen. I said, look, Tommy, they getting ready to dox you. He blocked me. And then when they doxed him, he want to blame everybody. Baby, Stomp Down and Sister T was doing a whole nasty piece of tag team. And when, ooh wee, that's all I can say. Now, if Noble got an electric vehicle, God bless. Okay, God bless. God bless. That's all I can say. God bless. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I wish he would have brought it down so he could have been riding around San Antonio. But anyway, I'm glad he got a car. God bless. I mean, I ain't hating. I ain't hating. And an electric vehicle. I ain't mad at it. Baby, Sister T said, I know. Sister T was so gangster with it. I'm like, oh my God. And they was pretty much telling him, are the roosters riding? Girl, I don't even know. I heard the chicken ran away. I do not know. I don't know why these people trying to keep animals in these houses. And these animals are like, no, baby. The animals are like, no. You can't even keep a chicken in your house. Something is wrong. Well, Fridge Nap, hey, if he got it like that, it is what it is. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the mayor of Detroit, baby, we wouldn't know if anybody was doing anything in Detroit. Because it seems like everybody in Detroit is just a hot mess. Thank God the mayor is there. Jesus. Look, I ain't mad if Noble got one. You see what I'm saying? Congratulations. Ain't nobody hating. If his money can afford that, get it. I'm not mad at it. Ain't no hate over here. Ain't no hate over here. It saves some money. Okay. Well, I hope he got a diaper on them chickens. Child. It's giving Middle Ages tease. It's giving Middle Ages tease. And it goes again about how the Inca and all of those South American tribes died because at that time people used to live with their livestock and the diseases from the livestock would transfer to the people. I'm telling you, this is why I tell people, girl, bird flu and swine flu and stuff, and y'all sitting up there living with animals. I'm glad he about to get married. That's a beautiful thing. More power to him. Um, but let me say this: if you all get animals, whether it's a cat, whether it's a dog, count up the cost. Count up the cost of having an animal. Make sure that your animal is getting those vaccinations. Make sure your animal is getting groomed. make sure your animal is eating the appropriate diet, the appropriate food. Make sure your animal is getting their monthly heartworm, flea and tick, hookworm medicine. Those things are extremely important to the longevity of your animal. And that's the real. And that ain't no shade. Let me say this, Fridge, Nat, not only drinks, but this weave. And I know people gonna say, didn't you have an Ernest? I will say this, Ernest was a novelty. It wasn't something that I was gonna maintain forever. I knew that baby, that nobody ain't gonna be doing that. Trying to keep up an illusion. But this hair, synthetic and human hair, it has a lot of poisonous metals in it. And people need to be very, very, very careful. Even with these dyes, this Beijing and all of that stuff, you got to be very, very careful. And out of 100 hair products, again, that news report, only 2 were worthy of putting in your hair. One was at acceptable levels, and the other one was really good. One was a human hair, and the other one was synthetic. But all the other ones, human and synthetic hair, had major, major traces of arsenic and metal in it. And again, you all, these people from China and India, they don't care about your black scalp. All they care about is making money. And all of the oil and byproducts in this stuff. And then we wonder why people are getting brain tumors or cancer, because you got to be very careful. The bundles are killing the girls. I have not put a diet soda to my lips in about maybe 2 years, or because again, my doctor said your blood pressure is up because even though these drinks are diet, they are laced full of sodium. Full of sodium. That was enough for me. That was enough for me. The salt content will kill you. And I'm like, if it's laced full of sodium, you know what it's going to do then. It's going to make you drink it more because salt makes you thirsty. So that very thing that you thinking is quenching your thirst is actually making you thirstier. And the more you drink, the more salt you're getting. And this is why, again, this is what I drink now. Besides my little coffee. Gen X, you are right. Autoimmune diseases are on the rise. You got to watch what you're putting in your body. You got to watch what you're putting on your head. Read those labels. Read those labels. If it has dextrin, maltodextrin, all of those things, dextrose, that's sugar. They're not going to say sugar, but it's sugar. So high fructose corn syrup is not the only thing you need to look at. Read those labels. Look at per serving. If it's 100 calories per serving and it's 6 servings in it, you're getting 600 calories. You got to know how to read these labels. Yeah. Yeah. And let me say this. You all, When I tell you that my refrigerator is empty because I look, hey, what's up, Miss Intel? Pizarro, I have not been on your channel for a while, not because I don't like you, Pizarro. I just haven't. But baby, I've been telling the girls, don't be trying to diminish Bree's accomplishments. Don't be trying to diminish Bree's accomplishments. Ooh, it just burns me. People trying to diminish folks' accomplishments. You haven't been live, okay, girl. It ain't really nothing going on. People bullying and threatening people. That's about it. And we think that's entertainment, and people are getting their rocks off on that. And it says a lot about the people who ingest that kind of mess. Yeah, it says a lot. But really, as I was saying, you all, I'm gonna tell you what I get. Let me tell you my staples. Again, my Love Crunch cereal. I get the strawberry and the coconut. I get Greek yogurt. I get Greek yogurt. What else did I get? Yeah, I mean, I really don't, I don't get that much. You all, that's probably about it. Because it's cheaper for me to eat out. And when I eat out, I'm so particular now. So I will go and do a salad at Jason's Deli. That's $10. I'm good. And if y'all don't know that a lot of the supermarkets are suffering because people are not getting these snacks like they used to. They're very specific. And also, too, when you shop online, you don't overshop. And so the main thing that these supermarkets have gone to is hurting them, because at the end of it, people, when they shop online, they get specifically what they want and nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you go to the supermarket, you may pick up a whole lot of other stuff. So, but people are not getting the chips and stuff, because you can say what you want to about GLP-1s and 2s. They are really reducing people's appetite, and people don't have that food noise. For me, it's not willpower, it's food noise. And so I take my GLP-1s, I don't have food noise. Like this morning, I didn't need to eat anything. I drank my coffee. I probably won't eat until lunch. And then I eat twice a day, maybe. You know, so it is what it is. But I take my behind to the gym. And you need to be active as well. It's not enough to do that and not go to the gym. Child, you got to go to the gym. And my diet is very simple: protein and vegetables. Protein, vegetables, plenty of water. Protein and vegetables. Now, it is Lent, so I'm not doing meat. Now, I don't like a lot of seafood, because I will substitute seafood, but I am not a fish type of person. So I went to Popeyes yesterday. I can tell you what I ate. So I went to Popeyes. I had the shrimp and I had the green beans, protein and vegetable. No red meat, none of that. And again, I had the shrimp and the green beans. Then y'all saw me go to Orange Leaf, and I had my yogurt at Orange Leaf. And what else did I eat? Then I had those cauliflower nuggets or cauliflower wings, which is vegetable, and I'm still at my 180. So my dessert, which I rarely do, was the yogurt. That's right, Miss that's right, Miss Joe Do Beads, I think. Sorry if I got that wrong, but yeah. Yep. Protein and vegetables. Now, because I'm not eating meat except for, shrimp or something like that, I do my Greek yogurt. Now, I have done the 23 grams of protein yogurt. And so that's what I've been doing, and vegetables. So y'all, that's what, you just got to keep it together. You just got to keep it on point. But a lot of the grocery stores are really hurting right now because, again, people are not buying as much food. And then a lot of people are doing the online food services, which keeps people from overspending. Let me tell y'all something. I have not tried that yogurt. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've tried a lot of yogurts, though. I have not tried that one. I do not like Chobani. It's too sweet. I don't like Yoplait. Too sweet. I love Oikos. Oikos is the right mixture of sweet tartness. I love Oikos. Oikos is my yogurt. And I even tried to do HEB brand, but it's just too sweet. But now ratio, I might try it. I've never tried it, so I can't say if I like it or not, but I might have to try it. But Chobani is my judge. I like a nasty piece of old Chobani yogurt. Can I say, y'all, people are still stuck in Dubai? What is going on? Why are U.S. citizens still stuck in Dubai? This is why I have a problem with what the administration did. They're doing all of this stuff, but did not think about U.S. citizens. And again, you all, that should have been the first thing. Okay, so how do we get our citizens out? And what do we have? You know what I'm saying? People still stuck in Dubai. People still stuck in the UAE. What in the world? So yeah, I want to throw that out there. And a lot of people are African American, and it's going to show you how they. First of all, and but it's really bad because African Americans. But let me throw this out there. When a military personnel, a high-ranking military personnel person is stuck in the UAE, it's bad. So if they ain't getting him out, or they haven't gotten him out yet, or if they delayed to get him out, then you can imagine where we are on the totem pole. It's bad, y'all. This administration has been nothing but incompetent. It looks like they're getting ready to flip Marjorie Taylor Greene's district. Okay, all right. Let me tell you something. Something is up when a black man is in the lead in Marjorie Taylor Greene's old district. Baby, people are fed up. If you want other people to vote for you, touch their money. Touch their money. touch their money. You got farmers who are giving up the farm because of these egregious tariffs and policies. And you know black farmers are really suffering. But that's going on. So you got that situation. Gas is high. People are losing Medicare and Medicaid. These rural hospitals are closing down. See, again, when it's affecting other people, we really don't care about that because it's not our issue. But then when it's affecting us, and this is what made me upset with them damn farmers. Now they want to cry. But y'all sat there and supported this man. Now y'all want to cry. Racism, classism is expensive. It is extremely, extremely, extremely expensive. Would you please go? Oh my God, I just can't believe it. You sitting up here looking like you lost. Oh, I hate people who do that. You see my blinker light on. The man is trying to get on the other side. And here you are creeping on me. I'm like, well, would you speed up or slow down? Ooh, don't get me started here. Let me tell y'all something. I told y'all I would not want to travel abroad, even in a friendly country. My cousin went to Germany, and every place she goes, they asking her, what y'all doing in America? Like she's the ambassador for America. That's in Germany. So you can imagine in other countries. I wouldn't want to be American traveling abroad. Yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't want to be a flight attendant right now. I'm just being real, you all. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the reason why it's not so much of what goes on the plane, which something could go on the plane, is where you got to lay over. People target places where Americans frequent. They know where flight attendants stay. They know where expats stay. And they target those places. So, no, I mean, it's you know, when that situation happened in Austin, I don't even know if I'm going to Fiesta this year or the Taste of New Orleans in San Antonio. I mean, you know, because even though those events don't have major issues, but you don't know what people are thinking about or what they want to do. So I'm going to kind of stay away from those particular events and venues because you don't know what people going to do. Got to be careful. Okay. Well, look, y'all, I'm getting ready to head on out, but y'all be careful. Be alert, not alarmed, but be alert. Know your surroundings. Know where the exits are. No scaring nobody, but yeah, you got to be careful out there. Okay, y'all. Be blessed. I'll talk to y'all later. Hit the like button and share. Oh, he wants to be a dictator. We know that. Peace and love, y'all. Bye.